So let's do a couple more examples where we try to get these down to their reduced row echelon form matrices to solve these, all right? So again, we're going to look at this particular matrix. And in this matrix, I'm going to write out the augment first. So remember, I have, on the first row, I have the numbers 2, 6, -3. And on the second row, I have the numbers 1, 3, -2. Now the goal again is to get a 1 to start up here. So I can see that this 1 is down here. I need to bring it up. So I'm going to do a row switch first. So in this particular case, I get 1, 3, -2. Because I replaced, so R1 and R2 did a row switch. And so that means this will be 2, 6, -3. So now I have my 1 sitting up here. I need the 0 below. I'm going to get that 0 below there. So to get that 0 below, here's what we're going to do. We're going to multiply this first row, R1, by this -2 to make these cancel. So here's what I get. I get multiplying R1 by -2. I'm not going to touch R1. R1 is going to stay the same. So just write that out. 1, 3, -2. Write those in their correct colors. 1, 3, -2. But I'm going to multiply R1 by -2 and then add it to row 2. So remember, we're going to do -2 R1 plus R2. That becomes the new R2. So -2 times 1 plus 2 is 0. -2 times 3. -2 times 3 is a -6 plus 6 is also 0. And then I have -2 times a -2 is a +4. And then +4 plus a -1 or 4 minus 1 is 1. Notice this, we've talked about this before. If you have a row of zeros that is equal to a number, this is what we call a inconsistent system. It is inconsistent, which means that the lines are basically parallel, and the solution here is no solution. So this one gave me a row of zeros equal to a number. I can stop there, and I get no solution. So look at the next example. And again, we're going to start off by writing the augment. So here my augment is -3, +5, -15. And then I have 4, -4, and then +12. So again, I want to get a 1 sitting up here, and right now I don't have any 1s on the diagonal. So the first thing it has to do is to multiply 1/4 times R2. And that's because what we're going to do is we're going to divide these, all these numbers down here have a 4 in common. And dividing by 4 is going to put a 1 here. So first thing, leave this row the same, -3, 5, -15. Bottom row, I get dividing 1/4 R2, I get 4 divided by 1/4, or 4 times 1/4 is 1. -4 times 1/4, -1. And then 12 times 4 times 1/4 is 3. Now I have a 1 in the actual 1 leading right here. So I want to switch those. I want to switch those out. So now I have, so switching row 1 with row 2. So R1 and R2 switch out. And that's because I want to put the 1 on the top row in the main diagonal. That's 1, 3. And the bottom row becomes -3, 5, -15. Now, the next step says we're going to add, we want to get the 0 sitting right here. So I'm going to add, remember, I want to get zeros, I have to multiply and add rows to get there. So to get the 0 there, I'm going to, this says to do 3R1 plus R2, because if I multiply R1 by 3, this 3 is going to add up with this 3 and become a 0. So I'm not going to touch the first row. I'm going to multiply 3R1 plus R2. So 3 times 1 is 3, plus a -3 is a 0. 3 times -1 is a -3, plus a 5 is a +2. 3 times +3 is a -9, plus 15 is a -6. Again, I want to have a 1 now. I got my 0 underneath my 1. I want to have a 1 on the diagonal. So it says to get the 1 on the diagonal, I need to multiply by 1/2 or divide everything by 2. When you want to get 1s, we start doing division. So on the top row, I have 1, -1, 3. The bottom row, I'm going to do 1/2 or 2. 1/2 times 0 is 0. 1/2 times 2 is a +1. And 1/2 times -6 is a -3. So I already see that x2 is equal to -3 here. And the last step now to get this right here in row reduced form, row reduced echelon form, I need a 0 sitting up here. So a 0, I need to add a row to get there. So I'm going to add this bottom row to the top row and make that the new R1. So the bottom row, 0, 1, that's not going to change. That's -3. The top row, though, I'm going to multiply 1. I'm going to multiply, or I'm actually going to just add R1 and R2. So for this, I'm going to do 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. And -3 plus 0 is 0. So here, this tells me that x1 equals 0, x2 equals -3. And my solution set is the point 0, -3.